Late yet to register a win, that agent, against a non-mirror opponent, and well, it's the first player that drops. Click goes down, that's a kill for Atta, and some time and space to work with for FUT.
Catch at least two of the initiators, stopping that owl drone going any further forward. The tail though, picking up the slack, as FUT don't seem to be stopping, but they are going at a very slow pace.
To the site now, finally flashed up, they fall. It's a double up between Zeus and Yetajay. Those newer players injected into the ancient squad, as you say before, and they hold firm, but just for a moment. Zipan, one back, still plenty to try and recover this, but FUT are falling one at a time. Players out of position, and now a chance to reset in the retake.
This is really winnable. The drone trying to help Mini get back into sight. Doesn't need the information, just playing heads up. Atta Captain already low, cracks his head, go! Wow. Luck coming in from the A side. One to keep your eyes on Atta Captain, making his way forward. But mates, they need to get onto this spike soon.
Zeus has to be the main tool right now to try and dissuade the push as it comes in, but it's the rifle back in Yetajay's hands that has already dealt the damage. The captain falling and the rest of the team need to follow this one up. They can't, straight into the face of opposition. The Outlaw oppresses yet again, and it's a 5 versus 2 in FUT's favor. They won't make the same mistake this time. A double peek together will net Yetajay yet another. A traditional lurk roll as the rest of FUT creep closer. This contact piece has scaled quite far up, and now they will be without that Viper when the execute comes through. No smokes.
Yeah, FUT may feel as if their hand has been forced here as well. At the same time, they're still trying to come through, but it doesn't work out. Mate's creating a little bit of chaos, but Zeus, well, he's trying to be the lone one on top of 410, making it work. The rifles of FUT hitting, and now it's just the late luck of Kada that has to rescue this round.
You expect this position as well, Kada in behind. Zeus is holding from top 410, is a fairly to play behind it. Hunter's Fury coming in, Armageddon the way back. They're fighting forwards here, gentlemates, and it's working out. Zipan on the Tahoe yet again, starting to already feel quite familiar for him. But closing that gap, getting the space back towards Maze. They can't move any further than the brackets before Zipan gets his second, and Click puts his foot down. Finally, Maze retaliating with some proactive defense. They're trying to aim and do right now. Zeus leading the line, top site B.
Already taking that space, although Cracks has been left towards mid, and it's going to confirm an advantage for FUT. Spike goes down. What does the post plant look like?
They are very restricted right now, and the pit's just going to fall immediately. Mini still holding on to the lockdown, doesn't need it. His second kill already before Yetajay is forced to face the music. He'll get one, but that's not enough.
And the wall's done so well, it's just a quick spam. Mates haven't thought about this, and it's such a simple way to deal with the lockdown. Trying to get out of the wall, and it's Mr. Fallen with 3, Atta Captain with 2, and FUT.
No man here, and so Click is holding on from Kitchen, but it's an isolated duel, one which Click will win.
Be right back.
Oh, head glitch there. Sorry, it's not a head glitch, you know what I mean, head peek. I'm so used to it from old esports, but Kada gets Fallen, Kamek helping. The lone, well, the Viper in towards this FUT, right at a stop here. No way out, no way to try and rescue this, and Click's got the information needed.
Attackers, because you've got to go clearing it, and that's what Kada's going to do. Face checking around the corner of yellow. It's Zeus to solo peek it into the poison. Choked alive, Cracks. And with Click up the guts of mid as well, he'll cut off the rotate for good measure. This is, well, I was going to say a potential back-to-back in-zone flawless, but you know, damned not to happen as soon as those words leave my lips. And how do you get out here as well? The Armageddon's right behind them. They've got to fight yellow.
They've got to try and get something, and well, they've already got one. Kamek got brought low, and they're looking still to keep going forward. The KO flash, the flashpoint, absolutely picture perfect, and so is the luck from Atta Captain.
Finding crazy timings as Yetu's just going to add more fuel to the fire. Mini last left, and that Armageddon just boxed in the rest of Mate. Nowhere that they could possibly go. Mini 1 kill deep into the clutch effort.
The Gentlemates identify that as the lurker and start to commit towards A with the pressure that's coming on and the spike being down. It certainly looks like it. Trading even, Mini going one better. Now in a 3 versus 2, and you still have Click's ultimate to be used.
Still holding on to it. Gonna send it in a little bit earlier, and actually it's just a solo play. Click right in, refracts back, but you've only got 10 points of health, and all of a sudden the pool isn't looking as healthy as it was before. But Mini still stands tall, nearly on for the ace, but it's snatched away at the final moment. And now Yetu with a chance to close the half, to step back as the stun drops, and Zipan will finally confirm it. It's a flash coming in as well to just incentivize the peak. Click playing forwards into the refract, falls back Zeus, double kill.
Easy as that. At the same time, mates are going to pivot, try and get on towards A, and hopefully get a spike plant down.
It's a tap just for now. They are looking for extra jewels, something to just move the needle back and help the numbers, the man count, as they do trail by just the one for now, looking for a fight.
At the same time, because they've been tapping the spike and trying to bait everyone in for a peak, FUT are all here. They're ready for this.
Who's taking the contact? Mini having a little bit of a look. Two players towards screen as Zeus gets yet another dashes pass to set up Atta.
Still be long. Look at Zeus. He's ready for this. A tee up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Can't quite get the third though, but it's teed up Atta Captain in towards garage.
Atta Captain's already parked up in the garage. Hangs around here too long. He's going to get a ticket. Mates need to clear this space out, but they've not really considered it at all. He is going to remain to be that deep deposit, and while Mini's not going to give away any steps, it's a stab in the back that you're just waiting for.
This 0-point lead could be absolutely massive. At the same time though, Atta Captain,
wait,
how does he play this? He cleared it. Absolutely perfect. Mates, doing well to try and convert from a bad position.
Kitchen here. I mean, this is a very cautionary drone that's going to come out from Mr. Fallen. And yeah, Click does find the kill towards Yellow. So right now, Mini is a big Yellow distraction. And as the drone flares off on his position, mates get into theirs right on the site, digging heels in on B. Zeus clawing one back as he always does, but so much work left to be done.
Still need to confirm the spike. Oh, nearly denied yet. Tiji almost able to flick back. Still though, a significant advantage.
Zeus one more kill, would have had the dash up, but the player who charges in front this round.
You've got to be thinking salvos are still there. Mini still has the nano swarms as well as Kamek having his molly.
Already bought half of the time off the spike, and that will continue to tick away. Zeus removes the first of those players as Krax gets on towards the defuse. Deep positioning from mates. They need to try and get back on the line. Look for a fight. It's Zeus dictating the play instead. A swing from Kamek to save the day, but he goes down early. A fair assessment as well, but we have to give the same credit to mates right now. Click, deep clear boiler. Gets the value from it this time. It's a kill onto Mr. Fallen, and he's out of dodge.
This is lovely stuff. At the same time, FUT need to try and get something back, but in the meantime, losing players.
Oh, this is a really nice choice from Atta Captain. He's going to fight in towards main deep, where he has the flank coming in. Now Zipan is the player who's hot under the collar, where instead it would have been him as the anchor on the site. Zipan wins the fight, though. It's just one player. Where is Yetu in all of this? He's hedged his bets, and, well, neither of them have come up.
This is not looking good whatsoever. Still, crawling shoes. Zipan finally dealt with. The spike's been ticking away this full time.
It has. It's boiling over right now. The cauldron cooked away by mates. In position, Kamek holding firm onto Yellow. He's got contact from Click deep in Snowman. Set up for success as time continues to play against FUT. Another player dropping to the deck. It's Yetuj, eh?
Kraxus has no flashes either here, so it's just straight up gunfights.
To can stall a little longer, the salvos at the feet, and then as he turns his head around, Click has found a different point of entry. SJ's head explodes as the Armageddon goes on site. A slight gap. Mr. Fallen falling in the bag. Nano Swarm dropping beside him. And as he tries to play forward, Zeus in support. It's not going to be enough for them. Gentlemate staring down the possibility of double digits here. As FUT's rifle round has gone to pot. Atta is going to get one on the fadeaway, but he needs 3 more.
Still has an orb to work with as well. We could try and disguise on the spike economy. I mean, you can see both teams looking for it. Zeus looking for a kill, but can't get it.
Second round in a row, he's gone for that play.
Yetuj. Oh, Yetuj can't get more than 2 and easily picked up Kamek. Gentlemates can just go straight into this with an advantage.
All of the time in the world, and as the Killjoy lockdown drops in, there's no way to deny it. Yetuj gone. Can't combine the Armageddon or salvos, a hefty investment perhaps. A free reign over the A site is the name of the game for Gentlemates right now, and a possibility to get the spike plant in. Click! Hungry as ever, but perhaps his eyes bigger than his stomach, because with that we go back 3-on-3. Kamek to stabilize. Spike only just getting picked back up.
Gentlemates have plenty of time to rotate to B, play around with the map, create pressure points elsewhere in the map to move FUT, and on top of that, they have a player advantage. They just need to be wary of when FUT come back in, they will have the null command.
Yeah, they will. And with the knife just being used on A, Krax has called this rotation ahead of time. Mr. Fallen coming into the retake will have the recon.
I don't think Kada wants to use the Viper's Pit either, but just because of how easily you'd be spammed out.
Death's door, and he's arrived! Crossed the threshold! Krax kicking him over the doorstep. 3 kills picked up, and now all eyes to Mini.
If there's anybody you want to rely upon, it has to be Mini.
So many clutches last year, but now making his debut on the big stage. Will he be blinded by the lights, or can he take them all for himself? 12th round R-Stop. It's fragged out so heavily thus far, but going wide for the first. It's Krax to shut down the second.
It's seen Kamek can't quite get the kill he was looking for. At the same time, Annihilation coming on down, trying to force players out. But I don't know if FUT want this smoke. It looks like Gentlemates have everything they need. I'm thinking about this.
He's gonna be overwhelmed unless he hits a collat or something crazy. No, it's just Click at the front of the Horde once more, and now Atta to be overwhelmed.
Needs to try and hold on to something, you think?
Mini!
Oh no!
Oh, hello!
That's a little bit of a disaster. At least the rest of the roster's there to try and close this out. It's around the world, and it's going to be a map win for Gentlemates.
Around him, he has gelled perfectly into this FUT piece, but as it starts, it's not going to go too well. It continues, in fact, from the previous. Another pistol round looking to head towards Gentlemates. Mr. Fallen finally in the middle of things gets one back as mates are running through spawn, and Krax has cottoned onto this.
He's heard everything and he's calling towards the lone site anchor on towards B. Kata Captain at the same time is exploring A main all the way through in towards attacker spawn.
How diligent do you go? Is it just going to be a freebie? Yeah, it is. Zipan with 1 kill, but in the meantime, fight's going on towards Gen. Forwards goes Click. He's going to drop. Now looking at the position, Zipan is so far out of play. He'll just be looking to try and use those salvos late, but not too much time already bought here. It's a true 1v1.
You've got to look at the position of the spike plant as well. It's not anywhere near for Zipan. They've already got the salvos out, and Krax now. Oh, just needs to wait on the peak. It comes through. Top tower in A. A nice combination coming through with the utility. Mr. Fallen, not long for this world.
Served up from the strat book and executed perfectly. Once again, Gentlemates finding themselves in link towards spawn with rotations heading their way.
Just now up against plenty of players, and Kamek the one to capitalise. At the same time, FUT proactive, going and taking A main space. Gentlemates clearly pivot, go towards B, and they've even got enough time to try and allocate the spike to get extra orbs. Well, in this case, it will be the Rolling Thunder for Kamek.
It's the perfect situation to set up the post plant exactly as you would like, cater to your strengths. 3 players in main, early contact from Mini.
Click this time. Look at this, they're getting the space towards CT. Zeus though, catch it in transition, Kada. And Mr. Fallen making sure to make good of the trade. Advantage towards FUT.
Just trying to clear out this area here, pest control, making sure that nobody has managed to slip the net and get towards spawn. Quite laissez-faire, Lax allowing the French organisation to get the plant in on A.
Go ahead.
Very close. Armageddon being used to try and tee up Mini. It doesn't work out. Now the 2 players stuck on site have to hold up against 4 players of FUT. The first one got, the second, the third, make it!
The runway put out for Click. Jumping down into danger, into Mr. Fallen. Feet planted on the A site with the rest of FUT following suit. Kada the last player left, the orb by his side. His death shall confirm the orbital strike regardless. So perhaps better just not to give away the position for now. It's an empty utility belt.
Attack now using their orbital strike. You've got to think as well, once FUT get, or what if we get in towards post, Well, there's always a chance there's a retake cam. It's not going to be needed at the moment, though, because the spike's still not committed. Ultimate certainly is. It's going to be a brawl all the way to the end. And now it's just the remaining player of Cracks, who's looked so good so far and has to step up once again.
The fragment comes in, but it's a moment too late. Kamek trying to escape goes down.
Oh, 1v1.
It's Cracks, you feel like, who's in control right now. He's large and in charge. And they'll use the Rolling Thunder to do it.
Still to get out. Kada first in. Still Zeus not spoken about, not even found. And he's going to activate at the right time. Looking to get more! A player who constantly turns up where he's needed. That's 4 on the round. And setting FUT up almost for a flawless.
Zeus one off the ace, and yet again he has managed to capture lightning in a bottle. He'll try to close it out here with all 5! Map. He'll shuffle the goalpost a little bit as the defense mutates. It's Utter Captain that's able to find the first of the kills. Plenty of ultimates invested into this round. It could be huge in terms of the ramifications because Gentlemates, as you say, are stricken for options now. The utility belt is empty and so are the opportunities. The time bank is gone, and at the beck and call of the hourglass, the final grains of sand have hit the bottom that they've got to try and get past now.
Oh, no way. Yetiji, he's not able to get one. Utter Captain can't double up, but mates take the clear advantage. That's the big thing. You're looking towards the post plan for main. Look at
Zeus, he walked out rafters, and as you mentioned, there is a backstab prepared, and it is Mini that will sink the penultimate blow. One player left, and as out the gates they go, into sand, it starts to swallow them whole. There's Zipan, Mr. Fallen dropping down, and you look to Zeus once again for answers.
He's to try and find something here, something to bring numbers even, but he can't get it cleanly. And there's so many players to try and fight against. Yetiji, I mean, he had an opportunity, but can't capitalise.
Counter stun from Click was huge, and now Gentlemates are right back in this. Another pistol where they look like favourites. Spike down and solo fight. A recipe for disaster as Zipan continues onwards. Only Utter Captain left, and while he has the molly, it's going to land. That's a start.
That is a start, but still plenty of players to try and get rid of. It's only bought him some time. How long can he really last here? It doesn't look like long at all. It's Kamek.
One positive is that Gentlemates do have the main space. You talk about push and pull, you need some solid ground to stand upon, and actually this plant looks as if it's going to come all the way in. No, Click snatching away at it at the final second. Kamek right there by his side, but it settles for a 2-on-2, and that doesn't seem to be good enough right now as Zeus has a Bulldog in his hands. It's a real problem, which kind of shuts down towards the site. There is one pocket where a player could be caught. That's Mini. He got the cage off beforehand. That'll save him an extra second, and with Kada supporting, the rest of Gentlemates arriving, FUT gonna give this a second go.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and they know about Mini's position, and Mini playing it so well, knows that players need to peek him. But again, this KO gets Zeus another kill. It's like dinner on a plate. Kamek able to get that trade out.
See if they can finish the dinner, because otherwise it's going to be falling on the floor. Atta, one more kill, side of the smoke is Kamek, peeking through and finding on the site, and so are the rest of Gentlemates. They are swiftly arriving.
Yeah, there's traps to play off of. Unfortunately, there's many players to try and play against. Kada taking the time and does so well. Why he's managed to go? It's like ships in the night. At the same time, that spike not committed, and Kamek trying to get a bad chaos. Traps have been changed at the same time, though. Gentlemates, they're trying to play this on the front foot. Zeus just went by. Kada and Mini combine. One back in the conversation, make that 2. It's all even. Advantage now confirmed by FUT.
It's only one player as things stand. Click still with a full belt can make things difficult here. Keep himself mobile, play in Zipan, but even then, if he goes down, you're still asking for that extra player to find a kill, something back. This post plant is so deep, Zipan's got to go searching and stick his nose in there to try and find something. And with that, Utter Captain in position for this open plant, which now finds a deadly use.
Like with a rifle, horrible strike as well. The trap seems to be going well. It's been triggered, but there's capitalization's just not there at all. I mean, Yetaji's tried to escape in towards the back lines, but Kamek patrolling that, the Sheriff towards the defender's spawn, and his forced foot towards the A side, where Zippin stands alone.
He's playing this very defensively as well. Top sight, off angle, where he sets up. That one kill back towards Arcade was everything, but even the rotation can't come quickly enough.
Needs one, maybe even two, but needs to at least get something concrete to work with, and does. It's a 2 versus 2 coming into, if we can get to it, post.
Well, it's a downed KO player though, so it doesn't count for all too much. In the meantime, Kamek able to backfill the space. I don't think FUT are expecting this at all.
I mean, at the same time, Atacaptain's gone searching, so Krax is all alone. Spike in the back pocket. 2 big 1 versus 1s here.
The first of them heading towards spawn. Low HP, both players. Kamek overlooked, and now the spike planted to his position. Atacaptain has the ultimate and a decision to make. Can he call Kamek's bluff? And can Kamek hold his nerve with the ult in his face? At close range, it's Zeus running down the line in towards spawn, not getting out with any more than just the one. It's a complete fake, and mates have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and it's the Teho as well that's lost, right, that utility to clear certain spots out. And as the players come through, it's an even trade, down to 2 versus 2. Kraxis has to commit to the spike.
Second pulse of the neural theft is huge as well, because now they know of the proactivity, and Yetaji's caught in transition. Another 2v2, which is looking like FUT are poised to lose. Out into a safe spot, and he's actually gotten away with it. Let off the hook. Gentlemates back into the retake, but they still feel confident that they can haul this over the line. Yetaji back in his own stocks. One back in the way of FUT for now.
Right now, though, FUT don't really have much utility in post.
But one thing they do have is Yetaji in tower. Not overlooked, he'll get cleared in the end. Peek out dry, the shots won't land. Finally taken off the defuse by Fallen. The captain has to stand tall in this situation, but it's Kada instead. Now.
See, looks as if Gentlemates want this, but maybe they want it a bit too much. Zipan, though, absolutely spot on. Mini taking and getting rid of that null command. God's a captain stinger, just a little bit awry. Able to finish off the kill. A 2 versus 2 as Krax is able to call exactly where these last 2 remaining players are.
For Gentlemates, just when you think you see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's oncoming traffic, a deer in headlights. Taking those jewels on their own terms and conditions. They have Arcade, but that is about all right now. Time ticking down, trading places, knife out at a captain, cuts across him Mini, only Mr. Fallen left, but this time he's got the ult.
He does have the ult, but he's got a stinger. Long range won't be good for him.
It certainly won't! Act to this, such a reactive defense.
Remember, that Rolling Thunder still in FUT's pockets if they need to use it.
It's 2 kills back, without it, not necessary at all, surplus to requirements. So strike now missing from the play. 2 versus 4 retake for Gentlemates to make their dreams come true in this series.
Been able to do it before. I mean, this time it's going to be far too much to ask. His off angle could
running
be
back.
massive. The players, oh, they've walked into the crosshairs. It seems to be a fake, but with time so low, Gentlemates could possibly cost themselves this round.
Little bit indecisive, but they finally locked it in.
Look where the spike is.
But Kamek is back of the pack as you highlight, and so if Atacaptain can pluck him away from the rest of the play, then maybe there's a chance that they can shut down this spike plant. It won't happen, and it's Click again with a second to spare.
Mr. Fallen's coming in late from drop, will able to cut off any rotates back from Click, but instead played in by Kamek, although identifies Mr. Fallen's position and gets the advantage.
With him now posted up in dish, there's an extra line of sight, a double up in fact.
This is going to be really hard for FUT to try and get through. Mollies, everything for them to use right now, but no more utility. Rifles have to come out tops. Gentlemates in prime position to convert this round, and they'll do it!
The doorstep of FUT, are they ready for him? Feels like it. Yetaji already landing that first kill still. Mini holding the line, just waiting, wondering, when will they peak?
And that's
as they arrive, it's the spike that falls. He needs more, but can't get it, and so Mates behind by 1.
Zipan, he's done so well, but now it's up to Kamek. He has to try and get something to work with. A headshot, but it's a phantom.
Kada can almost sense it. The jump strafe for the second time of asking. Wide swing and well dealt with. The antidote on the attack side. And mate, well, they seem to have found it because this is looking like follow-up success.
Certainly looks like it. Spike can go down pretty easily. Thought for a minute, with Zeus taking the solo space in towards A main, he might go for a flank, try and put the main players under pressure. Not going to happen. Mate's in post.
Usually you'd be moving into a pretty strong post plant here with the breach and brim towards Arcade, but without a molly or an aftershock, it's gunfights that they're going to have to take, and Kamek has one flash to try and get them back in. But that's about all for now.
Now you've also got tail utility to work with as well. On towards the spike they go. Kamek gets one, Mr. Fallen and Zeus trying to be massive here, but off of the spike they go, forced off, and Mr. Fallen has to win up against 3. It's there.
Zipan's position is so struggled here again as the solo site anchor on the Teho. I mean, your work is cut out for you. FUT again exploding onto the scene. Through sand they go. Click will be telegraphed as soon as he breaks the trap, and with main space secured at the very least, they've got something from which to work, and FUT want to take that fight to them.
Yeah, I don't know if they only think it's just in Neon, but there's more than that. Minis here as well! Oh, can't get more than that. And now it's up to Kada, the birthday boy on Saturday. Can he try and get a present to take home early?
Molly.
We'll have to see. Opening one up a little early. Yetu, tick of fire damage. I don't know if Kada would have heard that, but he's certainly looking for the clear here. Time ticking away, burning the wick at both ends. The first of those players is found, but now Kada needs to move on to the spike and get it halved. Hold his nerve in the face of a captain. Who's still the solo player on site, and Click trying to isolate that with the neon wall.
Oh, Ghost trades even. Kamek finds a chance to make it back towards an even playing field right now.
Backing all the way up, Fallen finally gives away his location, but the spike can go in, and Kada has managed to jump up to dish as well. This is an acute reposition, and with the Rolling Thunder in, it's his chance maybe to find something off the back of it, but no, falls on deaf ears.
No more utility right now for Gentlemates either.
It is just a fragment on cracks, and that's all.
Rifles, that's what it comes down to. Winning out these fights. Can Gentlemates make it a 4th map point potentially? Stun coming back online for Kamek, but Kada, he's been burned. It's now just down to Kamek to try and clutch us. Like his knows there's many players there. The stun is so good. So is the relay ball, and so is Zeus. That's a double up very quickly, turning this on its head. And Yetaji's there to get another. It's just all individuals right now, and it's completely collapsed. FUT immediately respond to what Gentlemates got in that last round.
Zeus slamming the rewind button, putting it in reverse and sliding back for the second kill in main. And as Mini makes his way through enemy lines, FUT have this site well guarded. I mean, I feel as if there's two halves that we've just watched of defensive play have completely gone out of the window. FUT have found something which works for them. These A splits
up by Yetaji.
Closer towards the site, into the fast lane. Atta will go. He finds his first, but it's quickly traded. They're falling one at a time. A slow crawl into a site held. Kamek returning in another overtime round, but it's Mini that must make it stick if they are to find themselves yet another from the offense.
Spike's gone cold. It's all on an island which Mini has to try and traverse. And with 2 players watching over, he'll try and open the door, create sound cues which FUT have to try and consider.
More than anything, it just forces them to drop back onto a deeper line. Mini, back to the play. 2 players creeping up from rafters. Timing is everything. Knife, he should know. Dropping off the rope, and they're right behind him. Mini needs to turn his head, or mates might just have found themselves dead on the attack.
30 seconds left.
But with the respect given from the Turkish team, the spike can go down. But it's that molly in the corner that you have to worry about.
He's tapped it. He's come right back up, repositioning.
And he knows this is the place he's got to try and play from. 10 seconds and he'll spot it out yet again. Another tap from Mini!
Actually, he's starting to head towards that way.
Backing up Kada from the boxes on site. Trap place yet again, that's so cheeky. Mini getting one, but one won't be enough. He needs to find more, and more he will get. Kada played in, but he can't stand his ground. 2v1, cracks will fall.
Mates.
2v2. Reclear in the middle of the round, FUT looking for a fight, Mates giving it to them, and it's Zeus with 2 kills, as always, striking yet again.
No way.
That's the numbers.
Zeus is still alive.
He's managed to keep himself cooped up in main for now, split up from Fallen, but he can put 2 and 2 together. Kamek, the provider, can he put up any more? No, Zeus has stopped it, and so it's Zipan. Now, with his chance to shine, how many times have Mates got to look for a hero to win them around?
This is what it's starting to get to, right? Gentle Mates looking for heroes.
Missiles away.
And, I mean, this is so out of the realms of possibility. There's no way that Zipan can win this one.
But want to be the villain against another of those Ascension. The drone, not in the right position, it's Zipan there. They've got to converge, and they do so effectively. Mini sidestepping the stun, back in for more fights, finding his second Kada again. This dynamic duo has done enough for the flank to come in.
Oh, Cracks able to finally capitalise, but Kada, the molly, finally letting loose. Now, those 2 remaining players need to try and get something back. Kada's just been seen trying to escape. Now that's why you're seeing Mr. Fallen look towards B main.
Yeah, he is on a solo mission though. Oh, Mr. Fallen! One man, all that's needed. FUT.
My ult's ready.
So close now to the finish line. Kamek, the one that separates them from success on the second map.
I mean, that's the thing though. Kamek has been so good so far. Time and time again. 34 kills so far. Can he get 2 more?
The longest map of EMEA 2025 so far, and it's going FUT's way at the end of the day.
The Cypher is held. I mean, it's Yetiji who's been able to get the kills. Breach here as well. Mr. Fallen doing well. The flash was spot on, and the response from FUT has certainly been that. A 3 versus 1 to finish out the first pistol.
Really shoring up some of these defensive rounds from the end of Fracture. Sheriff though, and that support can't arrive quickly enough. Yetu has done enough for now though.
Certainly has. Can he get more? No, that's not the case. Now it's in towards getting this spike down. And Gentle Mates may have just found a way to settle this.
So good at the C retake so far, FUT. Short-handed by just the Sheriff, and then Kamek lays waste to the rest of the play.
They're not going to use any utility. Just going to wait. The Paranoia back in, spot on. It's a quick trade by Click, and Zeus finally found out.
And that's the thing too. Zeus needing to hit shots. Mr. Fallen doing it without even exchanging glances to the players. They drop through the screen. This A execute's going to accelerate. It's a 3v3 on site.
This is a brawl, another one in which we've seen both teams trying to go at it, but it's FUT that's coming out on top. Spike in no man's land. Kamek having to cross 2 players before he can even collect it. He has time to work with, but instead, no, doesn't want to go elsewhere. He wants the fights.
The rotation is great from FUT as well. They have such strong positions to hold the site when Kamek arrives on the scene. He needs another multi-kill here, and it's just not happening. Utility. It's B instead, where Mr. Fallen is fighting solo, but in through the door they come. Zeus still alive, wide on the angle, flashed up, and falling down to the hands of Click. That's a brilliant double on a round where Mates have next to no investment.
That's the big thing though. There is still rifles in which FUT can find a way to win. That's the other thing. And right now it seems as if they're wanting to try and protect these rifles.
This is a brilliant poison orb as well from Kada to just continually impose the threat. The question mark space separated between B. We've seen the door used by FUT several times to try and link up the play. And between the 2 remaining defenders right now, that will be the objective, as it's the dimensional drift to separate them. Should be called in, but Yetu's found 2, and now there's a chance for Atta Captain.
There's always a chance when there's a FUT player on the other side. Spike collected, and well, that's going to be heard. The steps coming through. Atta Captain taking his timing.
Have to in this situation with the odds stacked against you. Atta Captain will try his luck. Throw his hat in the ring. He's walked around the side. That's Kamek core. The flash hasn't worked out.
Spike's still not really committed as to what they want to do. Many players on the site.
They have the info, they had the players, they were blinded, but still FUT are in position.
Oh my
and
God.
One at a time. Leaped into a communal grave. Kada has been noted, but it means next to nothing by now.
Yeah, I thought with Kada hanging around in B main, what was going to happen was Gentlemates were just faking out the A site, and they always have that potential when you take A main to pivot into B.
Some fresh ideas to the table.
Nightfall, clear in the backside. Players trying to get out towards heaven, and Click's done so well to get a double here.
And that's exactly what you've got to do. No one's played Pit the last few rounds, so Click stepping up to the plate has 2 kills, which now set them up.
Looking to burn Click, making him play on site, try and waste a little bit of time, and they're trying to spam him out. You can see that, but he's got a timing, and that's 3 in the round right now. He's done so well and put mates in a prime position. There's no way that they can lose this, and this man right now on for the ace.
Rolling Thunder invested this time as Mr. Fallen looks to make a play off the back of it, profit off it can't. Kada with one onto Yetajay. Mates trading out effectively here. Numbers in their favor as Fallen still stands on the other side of the site as it begins to collapse. The smoke is up, but the spike's not down. Oh, you just saw it coming! You saw it coming! Kada's dropped and the pit goes with it. Gentlemates will make an exit.
Gonna be forced out, embarrassed. It's really unfortunate. Things just not going your way. At the same time though, they're being given plenty of space here by FUT to get that spike down.
Cover going out.
And the huge difference this time is that you can set up your A post plant however you like, because you know that this one is open for the taking.
Arc Rose will eventually come online for Mini. That's the other thing to know.
And this is such an open plant too, planted on the corner. So, you know, Mini could be back so far as Hobbit, or taking those extra steps forward to fight FUT.
As the Arc Rose doesn't want to use it, would rather play heads-up gunfights, and would just goes and wins it.
Mates without blood on their hands, down by a player, FUT in position, no ground has been garnered. Click finally on the score sheet in this one as he opens his account into the corner. The flank is dealt with, Mates doing a decent job, but decent won't quite cut it as Krax and Yetajay have made their way back onto the site. It's Kada in the corner, he steps to the side and finds yet another kill. A clutch asked of him this time, and he's just about. Lion, they were on Zeus before. Into the anchors that they possess, but like, look, why should you be concerned with what Zeus is doing? That's his own business, and right now, it's the killing business that he's in. Gun for hire, gets 2 kills. And so Gentlemates are right back to the drawing board. This round has been fully reset.
Seen them in times, maps before. They've been able to fight back in. I mean, they won a 2v4 in Fracture, for instance. But as for Lotus, I've not really seen that. Krax is coming through with a deadly prowler that'll identify what they're looking for, trying to force Zeus out, but it's not a fight you really want to be taking. The paranoia hasn't hit. The dash is a complete misdirection.
A strong angle from which to play. The paranoia cutting up the site itself, unsupported. Krax standing his ground on an island. They fall around him. Mate's body's on the floor, just setting them forth into the second half.
I have the spike.
FUT, the 8th round within touching distance for them. Kamek all that separates them from that success. Back, there is no Sentinel here to support him. The stun, not quite enough, gets around the corner.
A little bit of discipline, doesn't want to go any further. But Yetajay through the smoke grabs Kada.
Such a cheeky kill, but could make all of the difference into the retake. The next smoke player drops, and that's the more mobile of them. FUT finding all of the kills on this final pistol round of the series. They might just have won both on Lotus, and with that, where do Mates go?
Well, Mr. Fallen has taken a lot of space as well. Players swinging out, trades to be had, and well, it's all about getting that spike plant eventually. FUT not happy with how comfortable they could possibly be on the site, so they're taking their time, tapping the spike, baiting out peaks. As we said, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, and paying attention to the finer details.
Yeah, and FUT now have great space towards Hobbit as well, so there's a crossfire set up for the players trying to get out from upper.
No, they come out and walk straight into the crossfire.
FUT, they're not overstepping the mark as the Nightfall gets invested. just making sure they can play this one comfortably, and well, the tether landing on 2 players means that Atta Captain has a free kill almost effectively, but I mean, he's just fighting out solo. Atta Captain.
It's crazy how close this series could have gone, right? Could have gone either way 4 times.
Atta Captain again. Into spawn this time, player close by. That's going to be Zipan, and he'll win the duel at the very least. And yeah, FUT dropped all the way back to a much deeper line behind this smoke. It's Click's time to shine, and he's only going to get 1. 1 is not enough.
He'd far more than that. Quick
from that
pivot,
position.
now into B. Mini standing alone in the middle of sight. Goes through the wall, but walks into Mr. Fallen. Able to win that fight out, but Cracks is able to carry now into a 1 versus 1 on map point.
This has been his map so far, his series, dare I say. And so it's the Swede that must save Gentlemates at this point in time. A full utility belt to work with back into the retake. An ult if he wants to go so far, but instead it's Cracks that'll take the fight to him.
It's a 1 versus 1, which Cracks will win, and FUT winning the series.